Sony has made the bold move to increase their prices when it comes to their PlayStation Plus subscriptions. But find out why. Up next. What up guys, this is Kalo and I'm here to give you the lowdown on all things gaming. And if you're new here, feel free to subscribe to this channel for weekly video game news content, drop a like on the video, and welcome to the Level Up. So last week, PlayStation went about the status quo and revealed their next lineup of games coming to their PlayStation Plus service. And for those of you who are wondering what those games are gonna be, they're gonna be Saints Row, Black Desert, and Generation Zero for the month of September. But at the bottom of this blog post, PlayStation snuck in a little nugget that there will be a price increase starting September 6th across all tiers. And it's worth noting this price increase isn't a $1 or so increase, it's more than that. Of course, Xbox Game Pass a while back did raise their price as well by $1 a month. But Sony, on the other hand, decided to one-up Microsoft and up their prices by nearly 30%, and I'm gonna get into a whole breakdown of this. The PlayStation Plus Essential tier for 12 months will run you about $79.99 US, previously being $60. The PlayStation Plus Extra tier will cost you around $134.99 US, previously being $100. And the top PlayStation Plus Premium tier will cost you around $160 US, up from $120. You can't help but look at these price increases and really wonder what's the point of all this. Value is the big thing people look for when you subscribe to these kind of services. Xbox aside, when I subscribe to things like Netflix or even Disney Plus, I look at all the shows they have to offer and really decide if it's truly worth it. I mean, look back at those lineup of games I mentioned at the top of the video. Are those games really worth it? But PlayStation Plus Extra is the tier I really want to focus in on, since this recent price increase at around $134 puts it right on par with Xbox Game Pass for consoles, and that's the price for the full year. I honestly can't help but think we're talking about night and day when comparing these two services and these two tiers. We see that over recent years, Xbox has invested heavily into Game Pass, bringing titles day and date to the service. And as we speak, Starfield is launching this week. And speaking of that, they purchased Bethesda, bringing all their games to this service. And on top of all that, they're currently trying to purchase Activision Blizzard, and I'm fairly sure those titles will make their way to Game Pass when the deal goes through. Now, to give credit where credit is due, Sony sometimes does get third-party games day and date on their service like Stray, but what about these big first-party titles? Sony has been fairly straightforward in saying they will not bring first-party titles day and date to PlayStation Plus for whatever weird reason. And if they did this like everyone thinks they should, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. But now Sony's expecting people to pay the same amount as Xbox Game Pass subscribers without offering any real value. But you can be the judge from here and say if it's really fair to compare these two services, but at the end of the day, I just can't help but compare them since they're at the same price point. And I could honestly eat my words in a few months' time because Sony could flip a switch and say the price hike was because they're bringing day one releases, or they could even stagger releases by 6 months or so. But as for now, and as it all stands, there's really no justification for this price increase. But with all that being said, I'm gonna pass this question off to you guys. What are your thoughts on the current price increase? And I'm kinda curious, if you do currently own a tier of this subscription, do you honestly think it's worth it, especially at this new price point? But that about does it here. I've been Kalo. I gave you the lowdown on all things gaming, and if you're new here, feel free to subscribe to this channel for weekly video game news content, drop a like on the video, and this has been the Level Up.